This year we're lucky enough to have somebody at the convention who has been involved in the NAMI Walk for the last couple of years as the walk manager in Austin, Texas, somebody who lives with mental illness and has changed her life, and so she said publicly, and that's Diana Kern. And just to let you know what she's accomplished there in her tenure in NAMI Austin, with NAMI Texas for the walk there. In 2004, their first year, they raised $62,000. Second year, 2005, they raised $90,000. She's retiring, so to speak, and she's going to support NAMI Texas, handing over the franchise to NAMI Austin so they can raise money in the local committee and share in the proceeds. So with that, Diana's going to be in the background supporting and guiding and helping them, but I'd like to turn the podium over to Diana Kern from Austin, Texas. Diana?
First of all, before I say anything, I'd like to thank Dana and Darlene at NAMIWalks staff because they've done a wonderful job along with Warren. They're so positive. They're also very funny. And they just really have so much enthusiasm, and they help me with my enthusiasm during some really difficult times planning the walk. You'll notice my shirt says expect recovery. When I would spend so much time in mental hospitals and halfway houses, I would read poetry, and I would read really, really depressing poetry like Sylvia Plath or Anne Sexton. There was a poem that I just absolutely fell in love with because I felt like that when I would read this poem, it really helped me. And it was called Expect Nothing. And I thought that meant that if I expected nothing, I would never be disappointed. And that if I never expected nothing, that if I always expected nothing from myself, then I wouldn't have to do anything, because doctors and staff people always told me that I would be dependent upon the system or caregivers or my parents. And then New Generation Meds came out, as you all know, and literally changed my life and made my brain clear and helped me think. I have, New Generation Meds. They rock. NAMIWalks rocks, but so does New Generation Meds. And thank God for Risperdal and Abilify. And I'm not plugging the certain pharmaceuticals. I only do that with my partner. So one day I was driving to work, and I realized that I've been driving to work for 4 years, and I work at NAMI Texas, and I was 43 when I started my first job, and had no idea what I was getting into. I started volunteering there, and one day my boss said, come to my office, and I thought, well, they can't fire a volunteer, and I was scared to death. And so then before she even made it to her office, she says, you want to work here? And I said, for money? And she's like, yeah, I'll pay you $10 an hour. And I'm like, wow, this is better than Social Security disability. And so, anyway, I've been there for 7 years, and talk about changing your life. Now I have my own money. I don't depend on my parents or Social Security disability. I'm one of those people now that complains about paying taxes. And I didn't even know what that meant, 10 years ago. So now I expect recovery, and I expect recovery out of myself. I expect recovery out of the system. It's really hard to be positive sometimes, and sometimes I'm not. I was hospitalized last year, and I sure as heck didn't think I was expecting recovery then. But you just get through the hard times, and you just put one foot in front of the other, and you just keep on going. But you don't do it alone. You do it with NAMI. You do it with your NAMI family. All you guys are just absolutely incredible people. You're an inspiration to me, and I have learned so much and come so far. It has just been absolutely fantastic. And one of the defining moments in my life was NAMIWalks. When my boss heard me complaining, Joe Lovelace heard me complaining about what a terrible job the staff was doing with NAMIWalks, and he said, well, then you can do it if you're going to complain. And I was like, so then you learn, if you're going to complain, then you need to do something about it. That's the difference between complaining and whining, as Robin, my new boss, would say. So then they put Diana Kern in charge of the walk, and I did okay the first year. It was really, really tough, but I did it, and I just thought, well, this is a fun thing to do. And then the second year, I did it last October, and it was great fun because I met a lot of really neat people. And I know the word money scares a lot of people. It's like sometimes along with, you don't want to talk about money, you don't want to talk about religion, you don't want to talk about politics in front of other people. But let me tell you, NAMI Austin raised, I don't remember how much, but we raised, well, we have over $40,000 in the bank, which we used to have like $5,000, like somebody was saying. And so we were able to hire a staff person who is now able to get out in the public and has reached out locally to county commissioners, to the mayor, to everybody, and done so much for our affiliate. And it is because of the money that we raised. And now our board, can do all the things that, me as a board member, can do all the things that we want to do to help NAMI Austin and to get the word out and to break stigma. I mean, I do a lot of CIT trainings, and stigma is the most, I never knew that there was stigma. I mean, I didn't even know what people meant because I didn't know it was bad to have mental illness until everybody started telling me that it was, I mean, seriously, I honestly didn't know. So don't tell anybody that it's bad. So I really, really, really want to put a plug in for NAMIWalks. I've had a lot of defining moments in my life, and NAMIWalks was one of them. I was able to bring a lot of people onto my team, my Expect Recovery team. I had 48 last year. And like even the pharmaceutical rep came in my office, and I was wearing my shirt that day, and I said, "Do you want to be on my team?" And he said, "Sure." And I'm like, "Okay, bring your family." And he joined my team, and I had so many cool people. And as our team together, the second year, we raised $5,000 for NAMI Austin. And it's really easy to raise money when you're doing something so fun. And people love walks. People, they just love walks. So that's the deal with money. That's the deal with why money is important, and relationships. Money builds relationships. It's relationships that make the difference. It's a relationship with my psychiatrist and the people in my life that make the difference. And that's what NAMIWalks will do. It will build your relationship. And I know lots of times you go to I work at NAMI Texas, so that's my life, and you'll hear NAMI saved my life, and I'm kind of like, no, it saved my life more than it saved your life, And it's kind of like, my dog's better than your dog. And I just I'm serious, NAMI saved my life. It gave me a life. It took me off Social Security disability. And I never thought that I saw these other adults working, and I was like, I want to work, I don't want to work at Dollar General store. I want to work somewhere important and do something for people. And now I'm able to give back to my community and even sometimes to my state. Okay, I'll try to finish now. But I want to put some plugs in while I've got your attention, stand for a few things. The book Crazy by Pete Earley, you have to get it. If you don't get it, you're going to be in big trouble. You have to get that book. It is so rich with information that you can use for an advocacy tool to help your community and to help your state, and make sure you get a CIT program in place, because I promise you it will save lives. I promise you CIT programs save lives. And meet Pete Earley. These antidepressants make me so dry. Pete Earley is just, not only is he a great writer because he was a Washington Post journalist, but he knows his stuff, and he was able to get across the point, thank you, on a personal level. And now I'm shaking because of the Abilify. You get to blame it on drugs. So please go to Amazon.com and read my book review, because it will make you want to read this book. It will make you want to become a better advocate and do something for the people who need it the most. One of the best people in the entire world, that it's also because of Carol Johnson that I'm the person that I am today. She's my partner. She has saved my life, just like NAMI has saved my life. If you want to meet Carol, go to my Expect Recovery booth, number 409, and meet Carol. She's very funny. She's got a great accent. She's from Southeast Texas. You'll love her. Buy one of my Expect Recovery bracelets, and please spread my mission. And let's be positive about this, and let's know that we can do something to not only change our lives, but to change all the lives out there of people who don't know about us yet. Please.